I'm Sebastian.
I'm Emerson.
And we are Palaye Royale, and you're watching Chaoszine.
Okay, so what's up everyone? Chaoszine is today here at Copenhagen Festival and I have the pleasure to talk to Palaye Royale. So how are you guys?
Very well. Happy to be in Denmark.
Happy to be in Denmark, yeah.
So how has the summer been so far for you guys?
It's been business-wise, it's been really good. Emotional-wise, very hard. But other than that, we've been enjoying the festivals and the shows and touring and putting out new music, and it's been good.
You have been quite active also when it comes to new music. You had you finished last year with a bang and put out a surprise EP. How did that actually happen?
So we finished the album, the one that we're going to put out this summer. We finished that last summer, and the label heard Dead to Me, and then they were like, well, we should put that out. We're like, well, it's not going to go on the record, so we made another EP, and then we had more songs, so we put out another EP, and then, I don't know, I feel like if you're in a free form of making music, you might as well just put music out for the fans and not starve them for music, you know? I feel like we live in such an age that people just consume media so quickly, so you might as well just, if you can do it, put it out, you know? As long as you enjoy what you're doing, so...
I was actually gonna ask you later on about that idea behind like a proper album and EP concept. So how do you see it overall?
We've never done an EP besides our first EP when we started the band. We've always been an album band. The EP I would rather put out an EP than putting out a single. So I think the EP was good for what it was because I couldn't imagine doing more than 5 songs for Sex Tape and doing more than 5 songs for Songs for Sadness. It would have been like too much of that, so it was good to split it up like that. So, but for the album as it is, we enjoy making them from top to bottom. So
yeah.
But in terms of like EP, I like the concept in a way because you can do like more. You can experiment with that. Do 5 songs of specific type of music, throw it out, and then if you wanna do full albums, you have like more focus on that and have that like in different way and different kind of approach.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what we liked about the EP approach to it because it was our fans don't have to, if they love it or hate it, it's only short-lived. It's not like we're in an album cycle. And that's kind of what we feel with touring too. It's like we show up to a city and it's like, I love a city or I hate a city. It doesn't matter. I'm here for only a few, 24 hours. So I look at EPs like I do at touring.
So how is it when you are heading to these summer festivals? Do you go out and check out the town, and do you go to like restaurants and try to do different kinds of foods and eat different kinds of things, or how does it work for you?
It's dependent on the scheduling, really. Like we're able to experience certain cities, but then like this, for instance, the moment we finish, we leave.
Okay.
So there's like certain places that we would love to see more, but just with our scheduling and also the routing, it's kind of impossible because we're doing Pink Pop in 2 days, and I think it's like a 14-hour drive or something like that.
So very enjoyable artist life.
Yeah. And then like you can always fly, but then it's kind of the same thing because then you're waiting like 2 hours at the airport, and then you drive, and then you're tired. Like yesterday, I slept for like 20 hours. It was awesome. And then I got seafood here, which I enjoyed, and then went back to sleep.
I'm from Finland, and the first ever trip for you to Finland was playing 2 sold-out shows in Tavastia, which is like the most legendary club in Finland.
Yeah, that was cool.
So what kind of like experience that was for you?
Is that where we went swimming?
That was where we got off the ferry. I think we were coming from Norway. We were coming from somewhere, and we got
Sweden, normally Stockholm.
From Sweden, yeah. So we got off the ferry. It was like 7 a.m. Normally, Emerson and myself, we don't like getting off the bus, and to get on the ferry, we sleep on the bus under the ferry. But our tour manager was like, "You need to get up." We're like, "Okay, fine." And I was like, "Oh, that looks like a sauna and looks like ice bath." So I was like, right when we got off at the pier, we went straight there. Had like a lovely sauna, ice bath, and then woke up, and then we went to sleep, woke up, and then went to the show, and then we had a great night, the first night, and then we went out with the guys from 69 Eyes. They have a bar.
Yeah, the Riff.
The Riff, yeah. They are so nice, like such sweet guys, and we hung out with them, and the fans were awesome, and now we're coming back this fall. So
Were you actually surprised that when you come first time to Finland that you will be able to sell out like Tavastia 2 times?
Yeah, for sure. Every time you go to a city for the first time, you don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
And Finland was one of the first ones that sold out on that tour. We're like, oh, something's happening here.
But we'll always be going back. We love it there. It's cool.
I feel like we fit well with Helsinki too. I feel like the way we dress, it kind of sits. I think like from the hymn days.
Hanoi Rocks.
Yeah.
Hanoi Rocks.
Yeah.
I love Hanoi Rocks. Yeah. Andy McCoy.
He's a character, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Did you meet him when you were in Finland?
No.
Did not meet him, but our mom was on tour with like Johnny Thunders and Stib Baders and Hanoi Rocks back in the day. She was a photographer.
Okay.
So when we were younger, we would hear about all these iconic 80s, bands and whatnot. And so I feel like our style kind of we've taken a little bit from that over the years because it was just something we grew up with,
So you just dropped a new song, Just My Type.
Yes.
And you already mentioned that you have an album in the works, or is it like completely done, or?
Yeah, the new album, Death or Glory, is done. It was done last summer. It's mixed, mastered, artwork's done. We're dropping basically the lead single of the album. It's called Showbiz, and that comes out next week on the 26th. And then we're going to put out the following single, and then I think we're going to put out 2 more singles, and then the record comes out at the end of the summer. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of music can we expect to hear from you? You've always been a band that is sort of like ever evolving in a way.
I think the way to perfectly put it is this record we can play, like right now we're playing festivals, a very heavy festival for Copenhagen, and then we're playing a festival with Dua Lipa. So if you can picture how the record sounds, we can play festivals with Slipknot, or we can play a festival with, a pop star. It's really split down the middle, which is really nice. It's really heavy in parts, and it's really fun, like pop rock songs on the other side. So overall, I just feel like it's appeasing to a lot of our audience, but also pushing boundaries for us as a band and not putting barriers up on our genre. So.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you that how important it is for you that you are not like categorized or put under some like small label in a way.
Yeah, I feel like music is universal in that regards. If you write a good song, it can transcend amongst anyone. It's like we just played in Turkey for the first time ever, and Turkey, like Istanbul, is our biggest listening market on Spotify, and like we would never expect that, and we show up and we have 2 awesome sold out shows in Turkey, and it's just crazy where our music can take us. And people are like, that kind of music doesn't really necessarily work over in Turkey, but because there's so many different sides of Palaye Royale, I feel like it's accessible, but that also is not accessible, which makes it, people can discover you. It's a good thing. I think it's good to but we're authentically just doing what we do. All 3 of us are not the same individual. We're all our own individuals,
Yeah.
But do you discuss where you are heading, like musically, with each album? Do you have like any kinds of those lines, or do you just make music and whatever comes out comes out? Or?
Yeah, I think sometimes we'll talk about it, but for the most part, it's just creating what is on our brains. I think when you start to overthink the creative process, that's when it gets a bit muddied. But yeah, like this album, we kind of, especially it being called Death or Glory, there's kind of the 2 sides of it. There's death and glory. So no, we're really happy and proud of the work that's about to come out, and excited to tour the North American run and then come back for Europe properly. Yeah.
Okay, so hey, thanks a lot, guys, for taking the time to do this with me, and all the best for tonight's show as well as for the future. Anything you want to say to the Finnish fans as a closure?
We can't wait to come back to Finland and
see you in November.
Go for a swim, and we love you guys so much, and thank you.
And you have a festival show in Ilosaari Rock in July.
Yeah, we do. So we'll be in Finland twice this year. So
yeah, fuck yeah, Finland.
So see you at the shows.
See ya.